Hi, it's Joy and today I'm going to be watching The Boys Season 1, Episode 8, You Found Me. Who found who? This is the finale of Season 1 and this show has just been building and building and building, and then last episode it exploded, and I am very stressed out what's going to happen next, but I'm also so excited to see the end of Season 1 and also really thankful that I've already got Season 2. I don't have to wait because I'm watching this so late that Season 2 has already happened, and then I'll have to wait for Season 3, which will suck, but yes. So if you would like to watch the unedited version of this reaction and all of my reaction to The Boys, they're available up on my Patreon, where you get them 2 weeks ahead. So Season 2 has already started on my Patreon. And you can also get the edited version 1 week ahead, also started on my Patreon. And big news is that Season 2 will be coming twice a week on my channel. So it'll be the same on YouTube, it'll be coming every Monday and every Thursday, but it'll be 1 week ahead on Patreon. So it'll still be twice a week, both platforms, but starting on the 7th of December it'll be twice a week. I'm like feeling a bit out of breath because I'm like, it's The Boys! I'm really excited. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's me. If something's always wrong, let's go. Oh god.
Boys. Oh, sorry. You guys.
Yeah, the real heroes.
You are the real heroes.
As I've said before, he could subdue these people so easily, like knock them out and arrest them. He doesn't need to kill everyone. He is a monster and I need him to die, and he's never going to.
It doesn't even matter how the enemy got the compound V. What matters is they've got
These
it.
people are just soulless. I wish I believed in heaven and hell, because they'd all go to hell.
Like coming from the fugitives that killed Translucent?
Fugitives?
Fought and insisted and the DOJ agreed. You're wanted men now.
You can't trust anyone.
Oh! Well, what about me and the boys then, eh?
You cut bait and run for your lives.
What could her, where? Well, they've got her right where they want her, so she's...
Yeah. Chop chop.
Oh god. Hi, I'm stressed. Nice to meet you.
What's compound V?
Compound V?
Did she sign off on it? Did she agree on it? Because she was desperate for a superhero baby. Sweetheart.
Did Vaught tell you all this?
No. A friend told me.
My friend.
To be strong and successful and special. I mean,
You
who
should
would
think
that
your child is special
that I was chosen by
already.
God.
You were! God brought Vaught into
Oh
our
my
lives.
God.
He made this possible.
Bullshit!
Oh, Annie, my
You
darling.
did. And then you controlled every single minute of it. No.
I gave up every moment of my life.
Oh, yeah.
And I was
You
happy to do it.
chose to.
This was your dream. I never got a chance to choose my own dream.
Yeah. Her dream was just to be
No
a
wonder
superhero.
I don't know who the fuck I'm supposed to be. Annie.
How dare you get cross with her for language right now?
Maybe he didn't want to lie to me.
So I'm the monster.
You both are.
You
a bit.
have a good life.
I've always wanted to lead my own unit, Jeff.
Of dolphins.
It's like a dream come. When do I ship out?
You don't. You're here forever.
Gosh.
Because you're a rapist.
Water parks opening up.
Just jump in the sea and swim away and never get heard of again. Is this Mallory? She's alive, it's just her family that's dead.
You taught me a thing or two about broken promises, didn't you?
What happened back then? She's making herself feel more like the girl she wants to be or used to be. Oh. Is it just she hasn't spoken in so long?
Look at you, mon gars.
Oh god, she did hear something! Oh god! Run, my love! She can never be normal like that again. Oh.
You just threw me away.
And not a day goes by, I don't regret it.
Daylight done a short, love.
He was just a grieving man that would
I'm
have
gonna finish
lived a normal
what you
life.
started.
Vengeance isn't a path to glory, Hugh. It's a one-way ticket to a dead end. Looking at fucking birds.
Yeah. Now he's being racially profiled.
It was my mistake.
Yeah, you're damn right it's your mistake.
Is he gonna lose control and get killed? I
I'm
mean,
an A-train. I'm
get
the
in trouble
fastest
for this.
fucking man alive.
You're abandoning them.
Your job, not theirs. It's all about Homelander, isn't it?
And A-Train.
I'm so fucking stupid. You never cared about me.
No, of course he didn't.
Or
sweetheart.
Robin, did you? I was just useful to you.
Fuck, Huey.
I think he has grown. He
Of
does
course you're
care about
useful. I mean, that's
all
why
of
you're
them,
here,
but
isn't it?
he cares about his
I just
mission
gotta
more
take
because that's his only
one more
purpose in
step.
life.
No. We have to save them.
Goodbye, Huey.
What's Huey gonna do now? Self-hatred is not an excuse to hurt other people.
Idiot.
Why are you shaving your head?
I need your help.
Well, it has to be bravery to come to her like this. I don't know how receptive she's going to be right now.
30 seconds to get the hell out of here.
Okay. Sorry to bother you.
Try and tell her the whole story.
I mean, why the hell would I ever help you?
Because you're a good
Because
person.
Vough's up to some evil shit? Because you're a superhero.
Really?
I was angry after Robin.
This
I was
is the
headed for
kind of
this
talk
cliff,
they need.
And then you and me went bowling.
I don't care.
She's not in a good place right now. Her world has been destroyed. And who she was doesn't seem to matter anymore, and who she thought she was and wanted to be.
Back on that compound V. You promised me that you would stay clean.
I mean, if his
I
heart
agree.
exploded, that would be valid.
Anyone.
I need to know more about who this guy is.
Mr. Edgar, I didn't know you were gonna come.
He's in everything. I mean, he's always been in everything, but
Thank you.
getting everything she wanted. Evil, stone cold bastard.
Can I tell you a secret?
Well, she's becoming more like Maeve, kind of not caring and
Sometimes my
Stopping the bus from falling? You said the marketing guys made it up.
she was just like you once.
It was me.
Oh.
I really did want to make a difference. I really did care.
She's been broken down.
I was just like you.
That's what I've been saying.
And then I started giving pieces of myself away, and I guess I gave away everything.
Take it back.
Be the annoying goody two-shoes asshole that you are. One of us has to be.
Oh God. Maeve, I love you. You can be yourself, sweetheart. Don't let the world define you.
Someone planned it. Mm-hmm. Me.
Ooh.
And I supercharged some jihadis.
Oh my goodness. I really thought she was behind it. She's still a calculating, cold-hearted bitch. But she isn't behind the super terrorist. She's capitalising off of it gleefully. But it was all him. I've been wondering where the line was crossed. And that explains why so much of it hasn't been run up the chain to her. Because it's totally just him being a psychopath, a megalomaniac psychopath. This is just, no, I don't like this. I don't need this. They make me so uncomfortable. It's just, it's the weird, please, the weird motherly sexual relationship that I cannot bear. It's so uncomfortable.
I'm just saying it could be worse, huh?
Optimism everywhere you go.
The pain of losing a child to miscarriage is.
Ooh.
I just wanted to spare you.
It wasn't a miscarriage, it was a stillbirth.
Do you
or
understand?
whatever.
Yes.
Is this his wonderful plan?
I came to save you.
You're doing a
Hey.
brilliant job. I mean, he's probably got a plan, but...
Never has a man thrown his life away so completely like you. No. What? Open the mouth.
Come on, get up in there, Frenchie.
the show.
Just go deeper, just a little deeper.
Is Huey's plan working? Because 10 out of 10 Huey. Maybe an 8 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Where's Kimiko? This secrets you keep have repercussions.
He's all right.
What are they doing to her, Morvie? Can you save her? I'm scared. Yeah, I was literally about to say they're gonna die. He's not dead at least.
She better be fucking worth it.
She's a good person.
Wait, what?
Cover him!
No, I can't do this.
You just pulled the fucking trigger right now!
You just pulled the trigger, oh my god. I'm sorry. Did he got them all? Cover, cover, cover. Oh, my loves. And she's got her proper outfit on, saving the innocent. Oh, my love, I love her so much. Here for this. Yeah. Oh.
I'm a fucking superhero.
Yes, you are. Are there cameras that are going to catch her doing this and get her in trouble?
No.
How did she get in?
Nice.
Holy shit!
Oh god.
Go!
No!
I'll be okay, go!
Or is his heart going to explode or his brain going to explode? Because I would enjoy that.
I'm the one he wants.
He watched one girl he loved being killed by A-Train. It doesn't mean he doesn't think she's capable, but oh. You know, he's not trying to stand in front of her or anything.
Please just go.
Oh god, it's like a jewel. I mean, he just pushed her, he didn't run through her, which is something.
Huey!
Oh god.
You killed the only person I've ever loved.
You killed her, you monster!
I didn't kill her.
Oh, is he having a heart attack? I've been asking you to die all seasons, you please do. We're probably gonna save him, aren't
We
they?
should. Oh, fuck. Alright.
Oh, you're too good for this world.
He'll never stop coming for you.
I know.
Huey, go!
Oh.
Or else you'll get caught.
Is she not gonna get caught? Because if he survives, he'll tell them she helped Huey. They're both too pure for this world, and I'm going to die. And this is stressful as fuck. Oh my god. It's not funny, but given the chaos she has sown in the world, and it's fine with, it's kind of funny. As long as the baby's not in the blast radius. Oh my god.
Take it easy.
He is a psycho. I told you he'd kill the baby.
Right. Got him.
He's gonna bet that Billy would not kill the baby.
Sure, your heart's pounding, but you're not afraid. You have a hostage that I care about, right? Someone I love. So, what's your plan?
Oh my god.
From here,
You know that even if he cares about her, it's not the way the rest of us care.
you are dark. Solid proof, right? That it was actually me who killed your wife. You must have that, right? So what is it? You promised me.
Oh, no more secrets.
You
And
fucking
lied about Becca
promised
and the
me.
baby. No miscarriage.
Vogelbaum should have got your story straight.
He's probably gonna kill her himself, and then Billy will have no
I'm so
leverage.
sorry.
You care more about that fucking baby than you do about me.
Well, yeah.
I love you.
It's a baby, hers.
I love you. I said I'm scared.
Of
Billy's just
you.
watching this weird
I'm
interaction.
scared of you.
So stressed. Mainly for Billy and the baby. I mean, she doesn't deserve death. She deserves like a court case and life in prison. Snap. Well, no, not snap, but... Yeah, Billy, you might want to run. Sweetheart, you have no leverage. Oh my god, that's gross. Please tell me the baby can't see.
Oh, well.
Is that Homelander's kid?
Mom?
You know
Wearing
who I am?
Homelander colours.
Homelander.
Is it Becca?
Yeah.
Oh my
You know who
goodness.
else?
No.
Everything he's done, he's given up his whole life to find her. And she was living a comfortable life here.
Mommy didn't tell you. I'm your father.
Oh god. Every kid's dream.
Are a family.
Oh my goodness. What is the story here? I cannot wait to find out. Please don't end the series here. I know I have season 2 and I can watch it. No. That was an absolutely fantastic finale. I will start with the Homelander and Butcher stuff because that was obviously the first part of the episode. And I really like the fact that we saw him picking up on the fact that she said miscarriage and he said it was in the birth, that the baby died after being born. And, you know, he's not stupid. While he might be easy to be manipulated, or at least he was easy to be manipulated by Stillwell, he is a psychopath with... Oh, I'm scared for that kid. So yeah, seeing him kind of... Their relationship was very creepy. I mean, it was very clear that he'd never had a mother figure. And so he kind of saw her as a mother figure, but also as a lover, and that very much disturbed me, so I'm extremely glad that's over with. I hope the baby's okay. I mean, the baby's never going to remember his mum, but it's probably for the best. She was not a nice person. She deserved a long time in prison, obviously. I hope the baby survived the blast. I'm guessing if Butcher did, with barely a scrape, the baby will have done as well. But yes, stress. I mean, just Butcher literally gave everything. He was willing to sacrifice everything and anyone to get revenge for his wife. And the whole time she was raising Homelander's kid, you know, living a comfortable life, funded by Vought, no doubt. And just ripping the ground out from under Billy. You know, Billy had the strongest conviction throughout the whole show. It was really surprising when he was actually able to put his team first and get them protection in agreement to sign off that they weren't going to protect Homelander, or they weren't going to try and catch Homelander, I can't speak, especially. And yet, this episode we saw he was like, oh, you know, we're going to get caught, they're going to get caught, I need to get my revenge. He was at desperation's door. And, you know, in the end, they would have got captured without Starlight, but Huey did have a plan. So Billy, definitely, I love him as a character, do not get me wrong, and I feel so bad for him. And I truly don't think he intentionally wants to do, like, bad things for the sake of it or anything. It's genuinely for part of the mission and the revenge. He's more or less willing to sacrifice everything to get what he wants, and what he wants is revenge and justice, in a weird way. But, so I don't love that, but I totally can understand it, and it makes for a fascinating character, and I need to know the story with Becca and what the fuck is Homelander going to do next. Like, is he going to be content to let Billy walk off, knowing he's destroyed? I mean, he might be, knowing that Billy's entire life was built on this mission of revenge that he didn't even manage to fulfill, and it was for nothing because she was alive. And maybe it's true that they just slept together and it wasn't rape, and she was just leaving the office looking a bit dishevelled and a bit like, crap, did I just do that? And maybe when she walked away looking really sad, she felt sad because of the pregnancy, and she might have just been withdrawn because she cheated on him and was pregnant with Homelander's baby. Or it was rape and she was pregnant and trying to protect them. You know, I'm not clearing him of the assault, but it's definitely looking more plausible that maybe it wasn't. Which would kind of mean that every aspect of Billy's life that he has been trying to get this revenge for wasn't true. And I'm very, just where on earth do we go from here? With all of the characters, but with Billy. So then Becca, obviously, whatever happened with Homelander, she never told her husband. She found out she was pregnant and she realised it was not Billy's, that it was glowing, it was Homelander's. And so Vought have been looking after her, keeping her safe. I imagine they've been trying to make sure that this child could replace Homelander one day. You know, he's going to grow with to potentially have Homelander's powers, but being raised by a mother with love and with care and with attention rather than being experimented on, shock horror, will make him into a less crazy person. Now, having Homelander as a direct influence is not going to be beneficial to this child. So stress, stress, stress. I do really want to know Becca's story. I would love to know exactly what happened. She's never accused Homelander of rape. She didn't tell anyone about that, like didn't tell Billy. I kind of thought she had initially, so maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, but did she cry every night because she had to leave Billy, or was she quite content to be looking out for herself and her kid? I mean, protecting yourself and your child, there's nothing wrong with that, but Billy could have been told something or other, I don't know, and her family are buried in an empty coffin because they're mourning her. I don't hate her. I don't think like, what an evil woman. Like, I think she was looking out for herself, but like, it's caused a lot of damage, and I'm just very intrigued to know that story. Homelander himself, we found out that he specifically was the one behind the supervillains. Now, I knew he was involved, and I know that back before we found out they were creating supervillains, I was like thinking it might have just been some scheme that he and A-Train were doing and that he was at the head of, because we have seen all season Homelander running these operations that Stillwell knew nothing about. He controlled the Seven, really, and she did in name, and she had a control over him that was very manipulative and very tentative. But knowing that he's literally created all the supervillains and given Vault everything they wanted, Madeline's going to get everything she wanted, now she's dead. I'm not going to mourn her loss, but whoa. And just where Homelander is kind of, he's lost the one person that could kind of control him. Now, obviously, it's a very well-known actor, Giancarlo? His name's escaping me. I know the actor from every show I've ever watched, it feels like. He's a brilliant actor. He's playing, I believe it's Edgar. I really think it was Eka, but I think it's Edgar. I will look up the credits to see what his name is to be certain. He will be, I imagine, in the next season more because we've lost Madeline. Maybe they'll have someone else stepping into the role she used to have, but given they cast such a well-known actor, I can't see it's going to be to appear once or twice every season, so maybe he's going to have more interaction, but other than, I mean, they have no leverage on Homelander because he does not care about anyone but himself. He is unstoppable. We need to know of some secret way to stop him. There has to be some way, because otherwise he's just going to run rampage around the world. They'll know he killed Stillwell, but what can you do? Even if with the proof, they'll cover that up, obviously. They'll say it was a gas explosion. Maybe the explosion actually will have blown her up so you can't tell he killed her. But I'm just really intrigued about the dynamics of Vault are going to be very different and even scarier than they already were. You know, Madeline kept a corporate smile over everything. Homelander does not, and stress. Maeve and Starlight kind of jumping the gun a bit there, but so yeah, I'm really invested in that storyline. So then Maeve and Starlight had yet another brilliant. This was something I knew. I could see the bones of it were there, but Maeve was not a happy person. That Maeve, the way she was acting like she couldn't care, was just having been beaten down. And we saw Starlight starting on that path. Annie was heading down that path, but thanks to, in some ways, I suppose, thanks to Huey telling her that she was a superhero and Huey telling her that she was a good person. Like, you know, that kind of saying that, yeah, I was using you and I was awful, but I do believe in you is something. But I think Maeve saying, yeah, everything, like the person you idolized, I used to be that person and I believe you can be too. Like, I think that was just such an important moment and such an important scene. And I really hope we're going to get to see more of that. And maybe Maeve reclaiming herself, you know, like saying I've given away every part of me. Well, reclaim them, get them back. I really hope for her sake that's a path we're going to take. And that maybe we can follow it. And Annie, just seeing her finding out the truth about Compound V, that I kind of thought that they were secretly dosing babies, but that the parents are in on it, which I guess makes sense. The parents are getting their medical expenses paid, America. But yeah, her mum not only was a crazy pageant mum who ruled her life and is like, I gave up my life. Like, you chose to give up your life. That was just heartbreaking. And to see her kind of reach that point where she was at her absolute lowest, seeing her turn up then, after the talk with Maeve, to save them all, wearing her proper Stargirl outfit, Starlight outfit, being a superhero was everything. And the fact that, yeah, she has that moment where she was like, maybe we should just leave A-Train. Like, he's not a good person, we should leave him. But when, she's kind of similar to some of the choices Huey's made throughout the series. But when it came down to it, she stopped, she did CPR, she told Huey to get to safety. Now I'm stressed, because if he wakes up, he's going to be like, it was Starlight. If there are cameras, I mean, we've seen there are cameras. I don't know whether there were cameras in the room they were specifically in to know that it was her, but if any of those guards are alive, they're going to say it was Starlight. So she needs to kind of give him CPR and then run, or is she going to try and spin it? I'm very scared about what's going to happen with her, but I love that she's kind of on our team and that she and Huey were able to have that little moment where, you know, he was like, oh no, he's here for me, I'm not leaving you. And I love that it wasn't him trying to say, poor little woman, I'll protect you. It was him being like, this is my fight too. I will, you know, I can't let you fight this alone. And I loved that moment. And I think maybe there is hope for them in the future. When I was really trying to get my hopes up, because I really, really love them together. Them and Frenchie and Kimiko have my heart. But that moment at the end when they were giving him CPR and then she told him to go. I'm stressed at what's going to happen to Annie, but she has been a character, an absolute delight. I think she's such an important kind of character to have. Someone that has that optimistic outlook on the world, that sees the best in people and has these dreams, but maybe doesn't actually know exactly who she is beyond the dream she's been given. And we're getting to watch her figuring out who she is outside of all the bullshit and all of the roles she's been forced to play. She can figure out exactly who she is, and yet she's still managing to, she gets knocked down, she goes through hell, she loses faith, but she comes through it, and that is everything. I love that Huey didn't abandon his friend. I was kind of wondering if maybe he was just going to run off and try and be by himself, but no, he was sticking to his goodness and his moral compass, that yeah, it goes a bit skew if yeah, it's okay with murdering evil superheroes, but he went back for his friends and he had a really good plan. You know, yeah, the plan did not involve getting them all the way out of the building. If Starlight hadn't come, they would have just been caught again, but he had a really good plan, and I love him firing the gun and like, I'm sorry, idiot. But no, that was lovely. And the kind of the boys as a unit, I love their relationship, and I love kind of their teamwork, and Kimiko being part of it, and you know, and then finally calling her Kimiko and going back to save her. Just, I've got really high hopes for where season 2 is going to go, and maybe even with Starlight being part of the team. But seeing kind of Huey not giving up on Starlight, and yeah, going to her yet again to try and ask her to do something for him, but kind of acknowledging that it was just such a big thing, and that it was because she was such a hero he was going to her. I think there's a lot of really important stuff in the future for them. And again, as well, it was like he couldn't leave A-Train to die. A-Train was about to murder him and probably kill Starlight, or at least hand her over to be arrested, and I don't know what soups that go against will get treated like, but he stayed, he wanted to give him CPR, and he would have stayed until the ambulance came. And that's so important because Huey and Starlight are brilliant characters. I love them. They are my 2 favourite characters, along with Kimiko, but I just want to know more about her. But I think we've seen that, yes, he's been pushed to extremes, yes, he's made dark choices, but you don't have to lose all goodness in the way Butcher might have done. I mean, Butcher hasn't, I don't think, like, lost all goodness, but he's kind of mission first to kill anyone. But I love that we're not there. And I imagine given that they're giving him CPR, I imagine A-Train might survive, which sucks because I wanted him to die. But he's going to have to deal with his health problems and all the rest of it. And maybe if we see more of his brother, he might feel really guilty that he left him, saying, I don't want to watch you kill yourself, and then he literally kept doing it and he killed him. And his own, I mean, you can only give someone so much help and so many warnings before you have to just let them do whatever they're going to do. But that was just, again, such a brilliant, like, the end of where these characters ended up this season, the journeys they've all been on are fantastic. You know, MM almost lost his whole family, and he's hating himself for the choices he's made, but he knows that at the end of the day, he wasn't doing this for money or, you know, for greed. It wasn't like he was joining some criminal gang to get rich. He was doing it to try and do the right thing and help people and make the world safer for his daughter. And yeah, he's kind of screwed up there, but he's getting there. And that he and Frenchie, who started the season at complete odds, are now much better. That was brilliant. Like, I love the boys as a unit. And then Kimiko, seeing her at the beginning, you know, brushing her hair properly, doing her nails, putting on a prettier top than just any old piece of clothing that they had. I think you kind of saw her trying to reclaim who she is, and not who she was before they brought her to America and gave her the drugs, but who she was before she was even taken, who she was when she could just be a normal, happy person. And I think that shows you that she's still a good person, that's in there. Maybe I'm going to prove wrong and she'll go psycho, but we've seen that she's not. That in there is still the girl she was and would have been if her family hadn't been murdered and she and her brother hadn't been taken. I don't think she'll want to not save, she'll definitely still want to save her brother. I think kind of her seeing her hands being all blooded over the painted nails really showed that, like, she can't have that right now. She needs to keep fighting. But we've seen such a growth of her, and she tried to speak. I'm unclear as to whether something about, because we know Homelander said, oh, you know, yeah, it was really messy, but enough of them survived that we can call it a success. That maybe it does something to adults, so maybe she just cannot speak and she will never speak. Frenchie understands her fine. You know, they have a beautiful bond. I really love their bond. I was so unsure of Frenchie at the beginning, but I think she really has made him a better person, or helped him to remember, maybe again, who he could be. But just seeing her kind of trying to speak and everything, I'm so excited to see where her character's going to go in the next season. And yeah, I feel like I've missed probably some really major things, but just, oh my god, that show, that ending. I started to think, like, the baby was definitely alive. Like, that was after he even spoke to the first guy. I was like, okay, that baby's alive, because this is a weird plot point to throw in for no reason. And it kind of crossed my mind that maybe Becca might be like, maybe it was even consensual. That doesn't mean it was, definitely, but like that is more of a chance now. But I kind of also wasn't expecting it, and I was not expecting Homelander to be like, lol, there she is. I definitely could almost see him keeping Billy alive, so that Billy has to live with this knowledge that he's failed to get Homelander, he's never going to succeed, and Homelander had a kid with his wife. You know, like I could see him being that psychotic, but I'm just really excited to find out more about that in season 2. And like I said, season 2 will be coming twice a week, so if you're watching this on YouTube, there will probably already, there'll be 2 episodes up ahead on Patreon already, and there'll be the 2 next. There'll be many episodes up on Patreon, basically. I can't do maths. There'll be 2 episodes ahead, like always, but it's twice a week, Mondays and Thursdays, because I knew I'd be really into it by season 2, and The Witch will be finishing up soon, and it's just, yeah, it was time to put 2 a week. And I'm really glad I made that choice now, because I'm going to be binging this show. So yeah, this was a brilliant season. The evolution of the show and the characters and the plot and the world was fantastic. The more we learnt, the more it made sense. And the revelations and the twists, you know, things like it was Homelander all along behind the supervillains and whatnot, made sense. It didn't feel like a cheap twist. It really did make sense. I think for me, it's very much one of those shows. I mean, The Witch is kind of similar, where they have to have a lot of blood splatters and a lot of sex scenes and naked people to prove that they're a show for adults, which it could do without, but I don't mind it. I just kind of think it's funny. But on the whole, I love this show. It's very much got a cohesive feel to it. These characters have already gone through so much in 8 episodes. There's been so much development. And I know the episodes are an hour long, so that's like 20 minutes more than your average TV show, but I loved it. And I cannot wait to watch season 2. So I'm really glad this show won my Patreon poll. And yeah, I'm so excited. Thank you so much for watching.